Incidentally, we still have a store at Southwest Freeway in that center where the first store was. We've moved out to an out parcel, but the corner of that building where our Southwest Freeway store is where the first store was. And it, as Corey mentioned, it was a very small store, but one of the things, just to show how serendipitous any business success is, that happened was the space next to them wasn't leased, and I don't know if it was about 87, maybe a year in, there was a hurricane that was supposed to hit Houston, and they went to ask the landlord if they could just, expecting, you know, that maybe there would be flooding and they could put, would have, you know, higher demand, if they could rent the space next to them, and the guy gave it to him for a song, and put beds in there just for storage in the retail space next to him. Well, as they put beds in there, they were like, well, this is bigger than the other store. Why don't we just set up the store here and see if with the more square footage we can do business while we got it. And the hurricane never came, but because they had the bigger store footprint, the business doubled in size.
The devil, Harry Acker, he had a mattress store.
The owner of Sleep.
Right. So he had a mattress store in South Florida called Sleep World, and my dad started doing deliveries for him probably in the early 80s. So that was my introduction into the mattress world, because on the weekends when everyone was going to the beach and having a good time, I had to go do deliveries and carry frames and things like that. So in the early 80s, Mattress Giant was actually Mattress City. So Mattress City had 3 stores: the Hallandale store, which we still have, North Miami, and Oakland Park. And from there, it just had 3 stores, 4 stores, 5 stores. And in 1992, when I started scrubbing toilets and carrying all the garbage off for all the salespeople who were lazy and couldn't do it themselves, that's when I started. We had a phenomenon that happened, which was Hurricane Andrew.
Yep.
And in 1992, when I'm working at the Dadeland store, Hurricane Andrew had just devastated South Florida. So for all of you who want a hurricane to drive your business, I'll pass on that because I experienced it. But you had people that would stand on top of mattresses and they would fist fight each other to buy that bed for whatever you wanted to get for it, because it was all Red Cross vouchers. So I started in 1992 at the same time they did. Just in like the stronger of the 2 Mattress Giant markets, South Florida. But anyway, so that's when I started, and then in 1992 we only had like 7 or 8 stores, and most of them were in Dade County. And Hurricane Andrew just fueled an incredible amount of money into the business, and that's how we grew. So. I mean, just a little bit of my story. We had a general manager by the name of David Malcolm, who was a really nice guy. He was great to me, because when I used to get a phone call from David, he would say, hey, so are you done doing all your work? And I said, yeah. He goes, do you want to go fishing? And I said, absolutely. So we used to go fishing, but don't ever tell that to anybody. So in 1992, things were very different. The sales floor was very different. The stores were staffed very different. So what I did was I just kept people preoccupied until the sales team was available. And I made a deal with my general manager, David Malcolm, that I would continue to keep people preoccupied as long as he was willing to compensate me for selling on the floor. So I was a porter, but I was selling. And it was time for him to cash in on his first check, and he didn't want to pay me my $1,000. So he made me a salesperson, and here I am, so never stopped.
So you celebrate your 20-year anniversary next month?
Yes, 20 years in 2012. Yeah.